thank you. Now, the idea of turning the never-used Wapato jail into a homeless shelter continues to gain momentum from the public, despite a big no from Multnomah County.
So today, our news partners at the Portland Tribune published an editorial calling for at least a public discussion on the idea. Amy Frazier digging deeper.
Nearly 1,700 people have now signed a petition in support of turning the Wapato jail into a homeless shelter. The county has said it's not a viable option. Now our news partners here at the Portland Tribune are calling for a public forum.
We think that the public needs to be involved. The jail actually belongs to the public. The public's the one that paid the $58 million to have it built.
The Portland Tribune has just published this editorial online saying county officials should take time to listen to their constituents and give serious consideration to opening Wapato to the homeless. In late December, I met with a Multnomah County spokesperson about the idea of turning Wapato into a homeless shelter. Is this something the county is considering?
Not at all.
I found out the county studied the idea this fall. In a letter to the Portland Business Alliance, Multnomah County Chair Deborah Kafori wrote, "It makes no sense today to divert millions of dollars that provide shelter where people need help and can access services to an isolated jail that has already cost taxpayers millions and cannot be opened without costing millions more." The chair goes on to say, "I refuse to participate in the warehousing of vulnerable people," something I asked Wapato petition creator Jeff Woodward about.
Well, I've talked to a lot of homeless people about that word, and, for them, it's really life and death.
Meanwhile, Multnomah County and the city of Portland are planning to spend about $30 million on Portland's homeless problem. I wanted to know what Mayor Hales thinks about using Wapato as a shelter. In a statement, his spokesperson says because the jail is under county ownership and jurisdiction, Mayor Hales is neutral. Woodward and the Portland Tribune feel more discussion about Wapato is vital as we address Portland's homeless crisis.
At the end, what I'd like to see is, is it really reasonable? Is it possible? It may be that it's not. We're not saying in the editorial that absolutely it must be opened. We're saying let's have a public discussion about it.
Amy Frazier, KOIN 6 News.
And this is really becoming an important issue because we've been reporting on a lot of homeless camps now that are just cropping up in different neighborhoods. We did contact the county today for comment, but have not yet heard back.
Meanwhile, you can